means also when I go away. And so I don't know. I hated that, but there's a bunch of schools that are like that.
Yeah,
So
chains are stupid.
you're only going to be on here for like half an hour.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll make the most of it.
Well,
impromptu wife and child showing up, and then also just you guys. I had a very set routine in my week, and some asshole named my old boss fucked it all up.
you can come do my job if you want.
Hell yeah. I'll just make fun of Gabe all day. I'll have to restart my Snapchat, but
yeah, because that's the
that's
best.
that's a
like,
sacrifice I'm
you're
willing to
missing
make.
things lately. Like
It's been
today,
It's been
did
spicy.
you see him? The puddles?
Yeah, just walking.
He was doing his own fucking puddle patrol. There's this big ass puddle next to the doorway into the long hall part of the school, and he just walks right through it. I'm like, and it gets to like the part it's getting his socks wet. I'm like, hey, you're gonna have wet ass shoes tomorrow. Oh, I'll put my shoes on the stove. I'm like, okay, but
you're like burning down your house isn't gonna
still
help.
Not here. Like you're gonna be in those for a minute. He's just, and then so when his dad showed up to pick him up, I was like, hey Gabe, how wet are your socks? And he's like, nah. And then so I tell his dad.
It's funny.
Oh man, ding.
Oh. Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
I like the sound effect.
All right, man. Are you ready for a good ass show? Rob and I had a 2-man pre-show. Alex doesn't get the pre-show.
No pre-show. Still ready.
No pre-show, all pre-game. Let's go.
Nope. That's the name of the pre-show.
That's great.
Cool. All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show. And the rhymes he says, sharp as a nail, witty as can be and not for sale, always funky fresh, could never be stale, took a test to become an MC and didn't fail. It's that guy over there.
It's me, it's Alex, I'm unemployed, but I'm here, and as always I'm introduced by the best to ever do it, that guy right over there.
Bury the lead. Wait, I got a song for Jake.
Oh.
Yeah, it played a little bit. Anyway,
it played enough. It was like name that tune, and I got it in one note.
Got it.
And then that's all you need.
But it's me. It's one take Jake back in the saddle again. The Bangladeshi Elvis. He. I just like Alex's reaction to that. But we are joined by the third man in the booth. It would not be the show that we know and the show that we love and the show that it is today without him. He is the head proprietor of our YouTube account, which is up to date. Most recent episode. It's very good. Most recent episode. My belly button is a Sarlacc pit. Now available on YouTube. Because of this man, it's Robin.
Goddamn right it is. Yeah, I've had all this free time, partially because my boss's son has been throwing up, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna be like 15 minutes late every day. And today I didn't leave my office until 10:15 when I went to go get some lunch without telling anyone. So yeah.
Didn't you go to a certain establishment the other day without
the casino yesterday? Yeah. Yep, went to the casino. Actually that was my scheduled lunch break. I won $40, so I was like, whatever.
Paid for your non-scheduled lunch break.
Goddamn right it did.
It's very good.
It's very good.
Awesome.
But we only have Alex for a short period of time today.
That is not very good.
That's not very good. So I just kind of want to jump into some stuff with him because once he's gone, ladies and germs.
I have a lot of questions. First of all,
how dare you?
How dare
you? Yep, there it is.
Who do you think you are?
What gives you the right?
What gives you the right?
My watch.
were you going to go in or am I going in?
Yeah, let's do this.
What? Go in.
All right. So Alex, how familiar are you with Scott Steiner?
Scott Steiner. Is he a wrestler?
He is a wrestler.
Okay. That's it. That's as familiar as I've heard the name. I've heard the name.
You know exactly enough for this to be awesome. All right, what I would like for you to do
It's got like the short blonde hair.
Yep.
Kind
muscles.
of like the chubby muscles where you could tell it's buff
like
and strong, but
muscles.
Yeah, it's not defined.
Yep.
Oh no,
yep.
his were
his
Oh,
canon.
okay, then I'm thinking-
yeah,
I was
okay.
thinking
that was
of
his
somebody
brother
else then.
Rick.
Yeah, Rick Steiner is just a lump of muscle. Anyway,
might
grab
be
your
one thing.
phone
Okay.
and pull it out.
Hey
Okay.
now.
Well, wait a minute, hold on, not in that
Hey-o.
order.
Hell.
Check that, reverse it. Go to YouTube, and I would like for you to search Scott Steiner math, and I will be editing in the audio of this promo for the listeners at home. And Robin, you might be able. No, you'll get it taken down by WWE, so don't do it.
Steiner math.
We can link it though. I'll link it on YouTube.
We'll link it in the show notes, and we'll just
Okay.
you can see us laugh about it.
The 2-minute promo.
Yep.
Three-way for the TNA heavyweight title of
Oh, it's
sacrifice
perfect.
between you, Kurt Angle, and Samoa Joe. Now, before you get there, you have an important step tonight as you and X Division champion Petey Williams take on the unlikely duo of Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning. If we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Nick Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice. See, but I'm gonna break it down for all you ladies.
That's enough. That's the end of it. That's the end of it.
Wow. University of Michigan's finest. That's amazing.
Oh, go blue.
Go blue.
Dang.
That's one of my favorite,
100
one of the best promos of all time. Just he knows he can't beat me, so he's not even gonna try.
That's.
There.
I mean, like, he's big.
Oh, he's
Big
a big
Papa
guy.
Pump.
Yeah. I was thinking. Yeah. Cool. All right. Good math.
Wow.
for him.
Good math.
You take 33 1/3%. You minus 25%. That gives you 8 1/3. Fucking nailed it, dude. Nailed
What
it.
movie is that where he's like, your math is blowing my mind? Is that The Hangover? I feel like that's
Yeah.
Andy Bernard saying, but he's in the
Yeah. Missing the tooth.
Yeah,
Math is blowing my mind.
I'm looking that up. I'll look it up.
Yeah, I feel like he
Sec-
says that to Zach Galifianakis,
Yeah.
the Petey Green Machine.
That's a good promo.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking Tony Stark.
Oh.
I'm an idiot.
You are. an
It's the
idiot.
It's the part where Star-Lord is explaining the plan, or like we'll take 50% of your plan, and then throw it away or whatever he says.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he's like, your math. He says I'm half human, so that's 50% of me. That's stupid, and that's 100% of you. And then he says, your math is blowing my mind.
Math is blowing my mind.
So Alex.
Yes.
So we only have you for half an hour, even though you have the most free time of any of us.
This most for the regularly scheduled podcast should be fine. Today is I was a little distracted, and then like I said, usually the wife and kid don't come home until Friday evenings. This week the wife was able to finagle some remote work out of her boss, so she was able to come home. She's not home yet. She will be showing up, and so yeah, that cut it short a little bit unexpectedly.
Oh.
Unexpectedly, yes, yeah.
So talk to us a bit. Tell us the story. Tell us what's happening. Tell us what's going on.
I think it really comes down to, right, we've discussed on the show previous that I was, right, making the moves and stuff in my own personal life to quit Apollo and make the literal move to Eugene and all of that. And I think that my boss has just kind of caught wind of that through the grapevine. I wasn't necessarily keeping it a secret. I certainly wasn't bragging about it, but there was a handful of close coworkers that I thought should know that's what was happening, so they didn't get kind of blindsided. I thought that I owed it to kind of my direct coworkers, and so I think that just kind of right everybody.
There's a snitch.
Yeah, basically rumors get spread, grapevines start talking, that kind of stuff happened, and
somebody's getting stitches.
Yeah, I mean, certainly gonna end up in ditches.
Yeah.
But it I mean, it just comes down to they wanted to save themselves. Well, I shouldn't say save themselves a bonus check, because my bonus check will just get stay in the bonus pool.
Surprise, I must say.
It definitely doesn't save the company money, but everybody else who works at the location I worked can like thank me for their $250 extra on their bonus.
You just don't get any is the whole point.
Am I an eagle right now?
You are
are.
Nice, Eagly. Who wants a hug?
He's hugging me.
But yeah, so they let me go. I mean, legitimately, no hard feelings. I mean, it didn't work out with me. I shouldn't have, hindsight 2020, I probably shouldn't have made the move into the department that I moved into 18 months ago. Wasn't the best choice. But at
if
the
you
time,
think back though, yeah, it definitely seemed like a good idea. And you also hadn't figured out that you were diabetic. And I feel like that was part of it. Like you were just all jacked up.
Whole fucking thing. So, yes, great company to work for. My bosses were awesome. Most of my coworkers were great, which I think is kind of the best you can say about any job that you have. If most of your coworkers are great, because there's always shit bags. I'm sure I was the shit bag on somebody's list, which is fine. Like, whatever. So
I know I was at my last job.
I mean, you were a drug dealer, weren't you?
Oh, no, that was, I don't know when that supposedly happened. That got brought up before the job that I have now. Like, in my interview, they're like, we heard you were a drug dealer? What? Excuse me? Yep, me and the, what are the, is it Sonola, something like that cartel? Like, we're like this.
Yeah, fucking homies. You're like, yeah. Drug dealer. This one time, I opened up a first aid kit and gave a kid aspirin. Booyah!
I did get in trouble once for giving a kid ibuprofen at a football game, and his mom was like, "You should have just called me." I was like, "I don't, whatever." She's like, "Yeah, I'm not mad or anything." I'm like, "Okay, cool." It's like, next time, call me. I'm like, there won't be one, but yes, I will.
Yeah. Next time I tell your kid to fucking quit being such a pussy. No.
Right?
We had to go get ibuprofen from the office and like check out however many we had, but they also like didn't check my bag for the Walmart or for the Costco size bottle of ibuprofen that I had because it was basketball season.
Right.
And so I'd go rattling my ass down the hall, and they just pretty much. The more like. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I wasn't running to class.
I
wasn't at school on purpose.
Verify your identity for the Oregon Employment Department.
There we go.
We're getting there.
Yeah, get paid, son.
So yeah, that's the thing is I had kind of my very near future all set up, kind of right? Tax return money was coming at the same time as a bonus, as
Oh
the
yeah,
same
you had a
time as all this
kid.
stuff.
Yeah.
Got the kid, got the interest, a full years of interest being paid on a mortgage. Like my return, the Maxwell House return should be pretty good this year. It's very good. I hope.
Good.
And
Paper
so
household also, it's very good.
very good. So the way I'm kind of shifting my perspective is instead of getting a bonus check, I'm now going to get my bonus like paid
Weekly.
out weekly.
Yeah.
And
And you're gonna get every penny of it.
I'm gonna get every penny of it. Like
Yeah, because I asked you, I was like, wait, you got fired?
yeah.
I mean, that's step one,
Yep.
getting fired. Step two, no real reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the reason you told me that they gave you, that's bullshit.
That's bullshit. Yeah.
You're getting paid,
I'm
son.
getting, that's it. Well, the other thing is when you say that you were fired when you file for unemployment, I'm sure if they ask, were you warned like about the issue that they cited for firing you? And I was like, no. And I think that right there is a big step towards the approved portion of this thing.
Like honestly, that can be like a wrongful termination lawsuit.
Nah, not and it
might be worth a phone call.
No.
Get Jimmy McGill on the case. He'll get you paid.
Slippin' Jimmy gets paid.
With the offer letter and everything that I signed.
So it's motivation.
With the offer letter and stuff that I signed, it's pretty clear that as long as they didn't fire me for being like black or gay, I could be fired for any reason at any time. Just like I could quit.
So
for
white
any
and gay is why they fired you.
Yeah. So that's I think I'd probably just end up owing a lawyer a whole bunch of money because
they only get paid. They only get paid if you get paid. That's how it works.
Right. But if I get paid and then he takes all of it in his fees, then what was
choice?
That's not how it.
That's not how it works.
This guy acting like he's never gone to court before.
Come on, meow.
Dude, I've been to court one time, and guess what? My lawyer didn't show up, and I got fucked in the deal.
Ooh.
And you know who my lawyer was? The district attorney.
Oh. Well.
I was the state side of it. It was bullshit. Springfield, am I right?
Yeah.
Classic.
Although
classic Springfield.
Technically, it was the
Classic Springfield is the name of the episode.
Yeah, it is. It was technically the Lane County District Attorney, so I guess classic Lane County.
Well, they could have been, in Florence taking care of methamphetamines.
No, I literally got a follow-up like
every day.
I got a follow-up phone call from the district attorney where he like apologized for essentially fucking up the case.
He's like, that was Tuesday, right?
He was like, listen, it was on my schedule, everything. I just plain forgot. Like, there is no excuse for me not having been there. You should have gotten a much, how did he phrase it? A much more, I think he said beneficial, like, not settlement, but what's the legal term for fucking somebody over? I don't remember. He did it all in lawyer speak.
Restitution.
Yes, you should have got a much more beneficial restitution.
That's the heathen side.
And I was fucking, that was back when, okay, do you guys remember? I'm sure I've told the story when I was involved in a road rage incident while I was still working at the bakery and the lady attacked my car with a hammer.
Yes, that's in the archives.
It's in the archives. We've talked about it.
But hey, for the new listeners, why don't you tell that story real quick?
So,
because I don't know that story.
If you're familiar with
this is a good story.
Where Delta Highway merges with Highway 101, it goes 3 lanes for a little bit, and then you can stay on kind of the exit and go down and hit like Autzen Stadium and go that way. Or you can stay on Highway 101 and start heading out towards Springfield and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where I was at. And it's very common to slow down. It's a pretty sharp turn coming off Delta Highway going up to 101. So people slow down a lot. But not as much as this lady did. She took the turn at, I'm going to ballpark it, 8 miles an hour.
Shit.
Like the Delta Highway is a 55 mile an hour highway.
Yeah.
And the posted suggested speed, I think, is 35 miles an hour on the turn.
I think you're right.
And is literally like 8 miles an hour. And so I got very close to her. But understand, I got very close going 8 miles an hour. So the tailgating like law is like an adaptive law, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's going 100 miles an hour. You could be considered tailgating hundreds of feet away from the people, because at 100 miles an hour, you're not going to stop.
Yeah.
At 8 miles an hour, you could be very close to somebody and not be tailgating, because it would not be hard to stop. So I come up, boom, and I throw my hands in the air, kind of like, hey, like
I throw my hands up in the air.
I'm driving.
yeah, like, what the fuck is going on? Well, we get to the thing, and I get over a lane onto 101 because I need to take that highway out to work anyway. I just get over right away and boom, and try to get past her, thinking this BZ's going real slow. She, takes off side by side right next to me. And she's giving me the finger, and she fucking rolls down her window. She's screaming at me, you fucking asshole. You think you can tailgate? What the fuck, you goddamn piece? And I flipped her the bird and kept going. She at one point stayed in like the turn. I thought she was going to take the exit, go down and hit like kind of towards Alton Stadium. She like slams on her brakes because she's almost going to slam into somebody in front of her because she's not paying attention, and then jumps into the lane behind me and follows me all the way to work, speeding up next to me, getting in front of me, slowing up, trying to brake check me, all this stuff. This whole crazy thing. Well, I get to work, and my work at the time, I was working at the bakery. It has like a gate. You have to have a special employee badge to get through. It's kind of security measures because it's a food processing plant. They don't want people to fuck with the food, essentially. You gotta, if you're not allowed there,
shit at the coffee place. Yeah,
exactly. If you're not allowed there, don't be here. So she pulled in behind me, and I hit the gate, and it opens up. I go through, and then I stop, so the gate closes behind me, so she can't come in. Right? Like, I was like, haha, kind of.
Gotcha, bitch.
That's what we call a pro level move.
Yeah, exactly. And
That's what we call pro gamer move. That's what.
And so I pull into the parking spot, and I look back, and she's out of her car fucking screaming at me, like, you fucking piece of shit. And I probably said something along the lines of like, fuck you, you dumb bitch, or something like that. It was and so
it seems appropriate for the
and I go inside, and I think nothing of it. And we actually coincidentally had a pretty important meeting with the crew. That's it. Gotcha, bitch. And so I go up, and I'm sitting in this meeting, and it's reasonably important for the bakery. So, unlike other meetings, I'm actually kind of paying attention. And then all of a sudden there's like a knock at the door, and the door opens, and it's like the head of HR. This is a woman within the bakery. She's like the 5th most important person in the entire company.
Like, she has a theme song when she walks in.
Yeah, like this.
Come and knock on my door.
Exactly. And it's
HR is waiting for you.
She goes, hi guys, I don't mean to interrupt, but can I please speak with Alex Maxwell real quick? And the only thing I can think is I'm getting fired. Like, there's no reason for this woman to talk to me other than to fire my ass with, like, what do they say?
Cause.
That with cause
Extreme
and prejudice. Like, you're never gonna.
We
work
have you
in
on
the town
video
of
jerking
Eugene.
off onto the
We're
bread.
fucking in. You're fucking out.
Yeah. And so I am absolutely, admittedly nervous as fuck. Fucking sweaty palms and shit. Like, what the fuck did I
knees
do?
weak, arms are heavy.
Yeah, I'm trying to rack my, because I've had verbal altercations with coworkers at work before, like leading up to this. So I think maybe somebody finally complained one too many times and they got me dead to rights, right? She sits me down and she goes, I need you to understand that we have on camera, and I saw through my office window a woman attack your car, and she damaged it with a hammer. And I went, what? And she goes, yeah. She goes, look here. And she makes me like stand up from the chair, come around her desk and look out her office window. And it has a view of my car. Like,
Oh, no.
she could see everything. And she was like, yeah, I was on the phone and I noticed when you pulled in that car followed very close. And when you stopped and the gate closed, I could tell like maybe something was awry. That seems kind of strange. And she goes, I don't want to be like creepy, but I know for the most part who works here. I see a lot of the cars come and go on a regular during the day, especially. And so I didn't recognize the car following you. I'd seen your car before. And so I thought that was weird. And she backed out, parked in kind of the guest visitor parking, waited for another car to drive through, got out of her car, walked into the gate, broke both my tail lights with a hammer, dented parts of the fender,
like ripped part of it with a hammer.
Yeah, like I had some damage.
It looked like a velociraptor. Like
I had some damage to the car already, and she made that worse. It was all right. They had it all on camera, everything. She then had to apparently wait for a car to come to open the gate so she could get out of the gate, which didn't take long. It was like as everyone was showing up for their shift. So she waited like, a minute, got in her car and drove away. And the HR lady was like, I will get you a copy of the security tape. I will get you I've already typed up like a witness statement for you.
Yeah.
Everything. And
it's been notarized already.
Yeah. I took it all to court and did everything. I took my car to like 4 different like collision repair shops and got quotes on what it would cost to fix it. I told the story to each one of those shops and told them I need high-end quotes. Like, I need you to tell me the damage is so bad you got to repaint the whole fucking car. Like, I need you to tell me that my PT Cruiser that has a Kelley Blue Book value of $3,000 needs $15,000 worth of repairs, kind of a thing. And they all laughed, thought it was hilarious, and gave me extremely high quotes. Not quite that bad, but it was like this.
Sometimes
I had one
the boys play ball.
$6,000. It was bad. And I took it all to court and I talked to the district attorney. The district attorney was like, yeah, we can use some of these numbers and get you like a good like restitution payment, a pretty big settlement. And then he didn't show up to my court. The judge didn't know what was going on and basically was like, I award $1,000 worth of like restitution payments to be made at a rate of like $150 a month for 8 months or whatever the math worked. I'm not as good as math as
that would be $1,200.
So sure, maybe it was $1,200 for 8 months. I don't know. Basically, I got like $1,000 spread out over an unreasonably long amount of time, so it didn't affect. It was literally like less than beer money each month. Like I didn't care. And yeah, I received a phone call from the district attorney apologizing for his lack of effort and everything. Ha! Guess what? Perfect timing. The wife and kids here, boys.
And just like that,
he's just gone. Like that, I'm out. That's a podcast.
well, it's half of a podcast anyway.
Oh, he just fucking bounced.
Yeah, he gone.
Like some form of slut magic. No, wait. The best part is he'll never hear that because he doesn't listen.
He doesn't listen to the show. Like
what? I'm on it, right?
I listen to segments of the show. I'll say that. Like I don't listen to the whole thing. I know you listen religiously.
Yeah, like I usually listen to it. Most of the time it's just to be like, okay, so what did I talk about? So I don't talk about it again. Like, but now, now I gotta wait another fucking week to talk about Euphoria and Righteous Gemstones. Yeah. So it gives you some time.
It does. I'm catching up.
Yeah.
We've got plenty we can talk
about.
Well,
let's talk about the first 2 episodes of Peacemaker.
Okay. All right.
Because you seem to be liking that show.
I do. I like it so much. It's really, really entertaining. The big reveal at the end of episode 2 was amazing, and it made me feel super uneasy.
Wait, what was the reveal of episode 2? Was
That
that his dad?
Yeah, his dad's the white dragon.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I feel uneasy about this. Like, I don't like this. I was like, that means it's good. It's
like, is it Robert? Is it Robert Patrickson or something like that?
yeah, Robert.
The guy who plays T-1000.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, but anyway, he does such a good job on that show. It gets better with him. His character, oh my god, there's some stuff.
I read a factoid about him that he got in such good shape for the Terminator 2, like the running scene.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to be able to run with his mouth closed.
Yep.
And so like he trained his body to run, and like he was more efficient than the bicycle. Like he was running faster than the bike, and he had to slow down. Otherwise he would have caught up with the kid on the bike.
Wow. Let's see. I'm trying to look up, see what the synopsis for episode 2 was.
Yeah, because it's like he fucks a butterfly and then blows her up with the helmet, and then they try to arrest his dad like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff.
That show is just good. And the fucking intro.
Do you really want to taste? It's unskippable. You can't skip it. I
just finally got the theme song out of my head in the last couple days. And like no problem with it being stuck in my head. I liked it. It was good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, it's still good. And the fact that Alex didn't know that it was an actual band, I was like, oh, this is good stuff.
Hey, I'm just gonna get that whole album and listen to hair metal.
It's interesting. I've listened to it.
It's a little more proggy?
Yeah, you'll see.
Okay. Man,
you may as well.
Sure I will.
It won't hurt anything. But yeah, it's.
So did you have you heard the news about Cain Velasquez?
Oh my God, yeah, he's in trouble, and
but also kind of not now.
Kind of, yeah, like well, the recent thing that came out, like he got arraigned in court and they're like minimum 20-year sentence. But that's what's on the table, and I think he'll end up getting off sort of easy, I think. I don't think he's going to get right. So Cain Velasquez,
he'll get that like commuted sentence sort of deal.
Shot a dude in a moving vehicle when he was trying to shoot another dude in a moving vehicle because the dude he was trying to shoot had molested a 4-year-old niece, I think it was, over 100 times. And the niece had been going to this daycare facility, and the guy was the son of the owners. So, yeah.
So he went after.
So, yeah, I mean, and like there's not a person that I've seen that's like, well, Cain did what he did. He's going to have to pay the price. Everybody's like, no, I would have done the same thing. You know, like hard to say that you wouldn't. Really.
Hard to say that you wouldn't at least try.
Or something, you know, but Jesus, man, like I get it, and I don't wish that on anybody. It's unfortunate, the whole thing. It sucks.
If you're going to swing a bat, don't aim for the femur. You're not going to break it with a baseball bat. You're much more likely to break the tib-fib combo in the lower leg.
Well, my thought was,
or know.
You're a fucking UFC fighter.
Right, like why do you
go
need a
just
gun?
Find a guy?
Just
yeah.
Go, yeah.
Why are you shooting at a moving vehicle? Like, you're not a sniper.
they didn't call you Cain the Sniper Velasquez.
Not that I heard of.
Even although maybe they should.
Maybe they will now.
I thought Colby Covington was in that car.
Oh my God, Colby Covington can suck it. That fight's this weekend, by the way.
Oh, is he losing to somebody else again?
Street Jesus.
Oh, that's
Jorge Masvidal. That's gonna be a good fight, honestly, because those two fucking hate each other.
Yeah, it's gonna be a war.
Like, anytime you get a fight with two guys that don't like each other, it's almost always fun.
Yeah, there's like notable exceptions when it's like the guys just end up hugging each other and like there's no separation because neither one wants to let go.
That's happened before, and then there's that scenario, or there's the one where they're completely mismatched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I've got a show for you to keep an eye out on.
What's that?
So you're familiar with the Sklar brothers, right? Randy and Jason Sklar.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're gonna have a show on UFC Fight Pass called The Nosebleeds, which
Oh,
is
shit.
it's essentially cheap seats but with UFC content.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
yeah, I
I'm
was
writing it
listening
down.
to their podcast called Dumb People Town, and they've been talking about it, and they've been in the writing stage, and they've been learning a lot about UFC. So it's not going to be like guys who don't know what they're talking about joking about
Yeah.
it. Like they're going to actually know what the jokes mean.
Yeah,
So
that's
like
cool.
yeah, I'm sure it'll be right in that Venn diagram.
Right. What was that show that Alex was saying we needed to watch?
I don't know. I wish he was
It
here.
was
He
something
could tell
on.
us.
It was something on Amazon. Hold on, I'll look real quick.
Oh, it
Because
was
I looked it
yeah.
up. I was like, "What is this?" Okay, and then I copied and pasted the fucking synopsis to it.
That's
I was
right.
like,
Yeah.
okay, that sounds good enough. Da-da-da-da-da. Looking for a long green text. There it is. Everyone in this GC needs to watch Wayne on Amazon Prime.
Wayne.
And then my copy and paste was from the writers of Deadpool comes the story of 16-year-old Wayne, and then more stuff about being bullied and blah blah blah. But
And
you
then
had
he
me
overcomes
at Deadpool writers.
right.
So
He overcomes the odds and befriends a rabbit on his way to the top.
he has a sister named Katie.
Katie bar the door.
Mm-hmm. Kitty cat.
Kitty cat.
Yeah. Oh, dude, new Batman comes out this weekend too.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Well, I wonder if it's gonna be good.
For every review I've seen is like that movie is the best Batman we've had yet.
It's the tits, huh?
That's what I'm hearing. So, and I'm like super skeptical because it's got Catwoman, and
Mhm.
her Catwoman seems to be like she puts on a motorcycle helmet and it's got ears on it.
Oh, now she's Catwoman.
Catwoman.
Which
Ta-da!
when what's her name? Anne Hathaway did it. She at least put on like a leather suit. And
Hers
then
was
she
cool
Catwoman.
though. Like I thought
With
hers was creative. Yeah, because she had like goggles, and then when you flipped them up, they naturally looked like cat ears.
Yeah, that
And
was
she was a
cool.
cat burglar. That made sense. That was the only part of that movie that really made sense, though.
Yes.
Gosh.
I'm going to blow up Heinz Ward. Fuck your kick return.
Oh, I wish I could remember the. I was reading something about that whole scene where they're in Pittsburgh doing that. Oh, it was he ad-libbed the "What a lovely song" line or whatever it was he says.
Oh, what a lovely song.
Yeah. And they're like, that's fucking creepy, Bane. And he also went and redubbed all the voice stuff that he did because obviously he's wearing a mask. So he was still doing that voice, but you couldn't hear it.
Right.
So yeah, that movie looks good to me. My question is, now do they tie that with Peacemaker, or they just say this Batman's over here and Batfleck is in Peacemakers?
Well, I want to say Batfleck is going to be in Peacemaker because when you look at his journal, it's the Wayne Foundation logo from Batfleck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm picking up on little things here and there.
You'll see. And the weirdest thing about the whole Peacemaker thing is that Peacemaker or that Suicide Squad happened, but then you have Harley Quinn and another Suicide Squad and Amanda Waller and that one. Like, I don't know. It's weird and frustrating because they're like, some of this didn't happen, basically.
Well, if you just consider everything to be part of a multiverse theory, it just is what it is.
I know.
Which is the lazy booking way out of everything.
So lazy.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's a multiverse.
But I feel like Marvel is starting to like with the Multiverse of Madness thing. Like is that this month or no? It's in May.
Month. Yeah.
May.
Is it May or is it April?
It was supposed to be this month, and then it got moved to May 5th, something like that. Here, I'll look it up real quick.
Cinco de Mayo.
Because I know. Oh shit. The Obi-Wan series comes out also on May 25th, and that one is going to be good.
General Kenobi.
Multiverse.
Yeah, like I'm getting like this. Like I'm at the point.
May
I'm
6th. Sorry, I was a day off.
Oh, okay. Seis de Mayo. I'm almost at saturation point for Marvel. Like unless it's like main storyline at this point, like I'm like washing out.
I can definitely, if they wouldn't have had the COVID break, I probably would have been there too. But to me, like I've been just waiting for stuff. Literally just sitting here waiting. Like TikTok, make it happen.
Well, you're on TikTok.
Heyo.
Heyo.
Dude, I made one last night that I haven't looked at how many views it had, but it was quite a few.
You're the
That was bing bong.
Bing bong.
Your life.
Look at this. Like all of a sudden you're going to be an influencer and you're going to have water bottles in all your videos.
Yeah, I got like 1,400 views for a person who's got like 100
9
real followers. That's not bad.
Yeah, I've got like 4. But
Wow.
I'm on TikTok to look, not to play.
Right. I get on there and I mean, you see how few videos I have if you ever find me on there.
Right.
I think
Same.
it's probably Oregon Miller, but like
Hey, it's me, the moon.
I watch stuff and then when something happens and I think of the next thing that would happen in my mind, like a movie quote or
a meme.
Yeah, like I go ahead and throw that on there. So that's all I do. I'm like, I'm not gonna be on there. I'm not an actor. I just like to make clips because it's funny. The fucking crab one makes me laugh every time.
Every single time.
Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch. It's unexpected, which is why I think people like it.
Well, and the part it grabs the dude's finger, and I've watched it enough times that it grabs it, and then he's like, "It grabbed me. Oh God, it's got me!" Flings it. Like there's the delay in his pain receptors for that crab to pinch, and then him to realize, "Oh shit, it pinched me." Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, that's why you got to chop them in half and pull the lungs off before you put them in the pot. That way, you're washing clean shit, and you're not boiling your crab in like ocean funk.
Yeah, I heard that there was
It's really
I don't
simple.
know how to word it, but there was something about legislation about boiling crabs and lobsters alive that was going to make it illegal. And they may have done it in England, saying that they were sentient beings.
Well, they are.
Well, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying we treat them as food.
Right.
So
We
food.
treat cows as food too.
But like they're food right now. Like cows, you have to like go through a process.
You have like unless you're gonna smash it up and make it a pate, you gotta like put a fire ass into that thing. No, I hear what you're saying. That's interesting.
Right. Gabe's whole thing is everything is I'm a vegetarian. I'm a vegan. I think it's more. At first, I thought it was because he was so worried about animals, but now the more I'm around him, the more I see that he's just scared of life. Everything is too dangerous. Everything is too dangerous.
Everything, yeah.
Like we saw, was it Monday that there was a car wreck in front of the school, and he walked past.
It's like a fender bender.
Kind of. I mean, that pickup was fucked up. I don't know if
I guess I didn't see it all that well. Yeah, I couldn't tell.
The front wheel on the passenger side was up above the wheel well.
Oh wow. Yeah, I couldn't see that at all.
So if this is the street where the car's on, okay, the van was parked here, and that pickup had come this way and smashed into it. I'm not sure if they were coming down the road and then turned to the right and then missed the turn, but either way, the person was not paying attention and somehow missed a building by about a foot and smashed into somebody's van that was parked. Like, man. And then, of course, as soon as Gabe realizes that he's walked past this, within 3 feet of the accident that had happened, several times, he's like, oh my gosh, God. Is everyone okay? And they're like, dude, this happened like an hour ago. And then he walks over to the pickup and starts looking in it. Well, the chick who had been driving it is like, You seeing everything you need to see? I'm like, oh my God, calm down, lady. Oh no, it was yesterday. It was just yesterday.
Yeah. Because yesterday was that day.
Because Monday he got yelled at by a construction crew.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, I didn't send a video because it was bizarre. So they're building this new building for the they're building a building. A baseball, like it's gonna have their pitching machine and batting
Like a little
cage and all that
practice facility.
stuff. Yeah, it's tiny. I mean,
Little
it's
batting
not
barn.
tiny, but yeah. And students aren't supposed to go down by the track because they're down there, and I guess they're worried about them. I don't know, whatever.
Falling on
but
a saw.
something. But I went down there to look at the track with the other track coach, and we're looking at stuff. And Gabe is like walking towards the guy up at the very top of the building. He's sitting up there, and he's like got his nail gun. Gabe just kind of walks towards him, and the guy was like, "You need to go away." And Gabe, being Gabe, just keeps walking. Dude points the nail gun at him. I mean, it's like 50 feet away at least.
Right.
But you don't point nail guns at people, dude.
Right. Seriously.
And I'm like, what is this guy doing?
Like, we've all seen Happy Gilmore.
And then I see a dude on the ground that's like yelling. Yeah. The nail. Bing. Anyway, guy on the ground. Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
Guy on the ground starts walking towards Gabe, and you need to get out of here. And the guy's like, he can act like a 2-year-old if he wants. And I'm like, probably shouldn't say that. And then the other guy was like, he starts to point his finger at Gabe and yell, and then he sees that I'm right there, and it's like,
you kids, get off my lawn.
and then just he points and leaves. And I was like, yeah, so that's not cool.
Yeah, that's
You're
you
a
can't
dick.
be you can't be pointing nail guns at anybody, let alone a child. What the fuck?
And maybe don't call like a sped student, like tell him that he's acting like a 2-year-old.
Right. Like he doesn't know that.
Maybe that is his mental capacity. You don't know. I don't know.
People be
it's
dumb.
Weird. People be dumb. That should be a shirt.
It should be a shirt.
Like the more you look at it, you'd be like, hey, that's
people be dumb.
That's accurate.
So baseball's got me fucked up. I am so mad at baseball.
I didn't understand that. You're like, I'm mad at baseball, and I was like, I'm kind of okay with it.
Well, I mean, from my perspective, this is the first season in 22 fucking years that the Mariners look like they're going to be any good.
Oh.
And the season's not even going to happen.
That's so terrible.
Like they have deals agreed to in principle. Like they can't even sign the free agents who have agreed to come play.
Right.
Like they have agreed to these guys in principle to come play. And like the team looks like it's going to be a legitimate contender this season.
At least on paper.
At least on paper, as long as the papers actually get signed. Like, you remember I was complaining about being on the show and like how I had to spend 6 years in arbitration, even though I was the best player in the league?
Right.
That's basically what they're complaining about. That's basically what the young guys are like, hey, it's kind of bullshit that we can be the best players in the league and only get paid $175,000 a year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah. So that's pretty much where we're at as far as I know.
So, okay, if this were the NBA and they have a salary cap and, I mean, they have the luxury tax and all that, and baseball doesn't have a salary cap, right?
Correct.
So how would the two compare? Like as far as the situations, because I don't fully understand what's going on with the, like if you're good, aren't you going to get paid, or is it like a rookie cap or rookie contract kind of thing?
It's kind of a rookie contract thing, but it's a years of service thing. So you don't get to do a certain amount of negotiating on your own until you've achieved a certain amount of years of service within the major league system. And so you basically, if you hit 80 home runs in your first year, you can't renegotiate your contract. Or at least like you could, but no team is going to.
So they have no obligation to hear you.
Right.
And if you don't sign with somebody else,
No, you
or
can't.
say
You have no option to sign with anybody else. You can only play for that team. Yeah. So you can either
yeah.
demand a trade and sit out, or you can keep playing with the same franchise for 6 years.
Yeah, that sucks. Baseball's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's really all you have to say. Baseball.
that's professional. I'm so mad. I'm so mad at it right now. But I did promise a story about going to a baseball game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so short
Yeah.
season single A Eugene Emeralds baseball game. I'm out at the game with my buddy Julio. Julio.
Yeah.
And we're just watching these guys. I mean, it's single A baseball, so yes, these are professional athletes, which is how I can validate and say, hey, you know what? He's a professional athlete. I can make
Right,
fun of him.
right.
Like, I do my best. Like, I don't work blue with college kids. Like, I'm mad at you because you go to the wrong school. Like, I'm mad at your uniform. You're probably a nice guy,
Yeah.
but you're wearing the wrong colors today. Like, I'm sorry. That this is tribism. I've got nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, this is different. So this guy, like, he's pitching a pretty decent game, and his team is up like 2-1, and like he's pitching all right. He's pitching all right, and then he walks a guy, and Julio and I, we've been known to have a few, and this is one of those times when we had. And so Julio starts in on him. He's like, oh, there's the start of the meltdown. And there's like, it's like the 4th inning, and it's the starting pitcher. It's so like, this guy goes and he gives up a run, so it's tied at 2. And then we stay on him for, like, he's given up a hit here and there, but he's visibly rattled.
Right.
Like, you can see that this guy is no longer commanding the strike zone. He's no longer getting the ball back and fucking throwing it. He's thinking about it. Like, he's no longer Kenny Powersing the situation. And so he gives up another run, and the M's are winning now. And so it's like going into the 6th inning, and Julio shouts.
You left out the part that it was like 7. Didn't you say it was 7-0 or something like that?
Oh no, that was a Mariners game.
Oh, that was a
different.
Mariners game.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
that was
gotcha.
a completely different scenario.
Don't mind me. I'm just hanging out.
You're conflating stories. It's all good. But so Julio says to this guy, "Don't worry, kid. You're still in line for the loss."
Oh.
And you saw the sigh happen.
You think that's where the term Cy Young comes from? No.
Oh, yeah, because he sighed when he was young, and he probably gave up baseball. But yeah, like when you see him, he visibly reacted to, because he's like, he's like,
that's when you know you've got him too.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't come out for the 7th.
Oh, that's funny. Ding.
Ding.
So I had a story about a little heckling.
Oh yeah, we need to hear this.
So I think it was Elmira that was playing South Umpqua. For some reason that game, I decided to go sit behind the visiting team's bench, like 3 rows back.
So far enough back so you're not like in their ear.
Like, I'm not in their ear, but it's like a JV game. It wasn't even the varsity game. So the stands weren't full. I feel like somebody that I knew was sitting over there, and I was like, I'm going to go sit by him. Anyway, I just decided to start asking the question out loud. Hey, why is number 23 not playing? Why is 23 not playing? He's clearly the Michael Jordan of your team. Why is he still just sitting here on the bench? You guys are down by 10 points. Put in the MJ of your team.
He's 23 for a reason.
He didn't just pick 23 out randomly.
That's
a
ordained.
Number he was destined
It's
to
divine
have.
intervention. This
Right,
man
and-
is a god among men.
So I kept that on for
This is
about
what-
5 minutes
Oh god, I love
straight.
it.
At that same tone, not raising my voice, not getting mad. The players on the bench are laughing their asses off.
Oh yeah, because they love
The
it.
coach is standing there with his arms crossed and refusing to look left or right.
Because he hates it.
He's so mad because he's like, God damn it, who is this fucking guy? And I was just talking shit. And finally they put the kid in and I start laughing. I
Yay!
stand up. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. The kid is just, he's got this shit-eating grin on his face because he clearly did not play very much. And
Right.
he was so excited. And I was just, oh my God. So fast forward to the next game. There's a sign that says visiting fans only in that whole section behind their bench. And I was spoken to. We would appreciate if you would sit on the other side of the gym from now on. Thanks.
Like I would. Oh, you would appreciate it,
I was like,
but
oh,
I don't
okay.
have to, right?
Why? Like,
Then
did I
why?
do something? Like, just completely playing dumb. I was trying to encourage that young man to play better and actually get into the game.
And
It's
he
not
did.
my fault if their coach didn't understand what I was trying to convey until too long. Not my fault.
What happened? You put him in the game, and the kid scored
Yeah.
4 points.
Let's go 2-3. Come on, 2-3.
2-3. That's big.
Oh my
2-3. You're a
God.
superstar. 2-3.
I didn't even have a roster. I just looked at the fucking numbers and I
Just
was
pick
like,
it. Just do
let's go.
anything.
let's go.
That reminds me of something that
So
Alex
good.
and I were in the stands, and we saw Bailey say something really quietly to the guy who was guarding him, who then got really, really mad for the
Yeah.
rest of the game. And we're like, Bailey, what'd you say to that guy? He's like, I told him he should stop trying to be better than me and be better than himself.
Oh,
It's just
so
like
good.
that little bit of just like, and he did that. He still had that little laugh that he's like,
Right. Oh, I can see that. Did you see the text he sent? I think it was Snapchat actually. He's like, dude, I just discovered I have like over $3,000 in
yeah,
food
he's
stamps.
$3,000 in food stamps.
Oh my God. Yeah. He forgot that he had signed up for them because he was getting like $23 a month.
Yep.
And then COVID happened and everybody got $250 a month. And he just didn't use it.
Yeah,
So
because he didn't know about it.
So for like a year and a half, he was just getting food stamps at $250 a pop. Somebody's getting crab legs. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was a Jameis Winston.
It may have been. I think it was probably Bailey. Bing bong.
Bing bong. You know,
man.
these people, they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. Make sure you're checking out the video version of this podcast. It's
And
fun.
hope you stayed longer than Alex.
Yeah, we hope that you're still here. We hope so. I'm gonna splice in his "That's a Podcast" from earlier, like at the very
Do
end.
it. I'll do it too.
Yeah,
I'll just cut it in. I won't even say anything. I might even cut this part so you don't see
cut
the
that.
Leave it in.
But for this episode, this edition of my show with Alex and Jake, good night, universe.
That's the podcast.
He says that, and then I say, "Go Ducks!"
All right.